Linear equations in one variable, how to solve. I have just a few steps here. What you want to do is to try to get the variable term, the monomial, on the left side, and then get the numbers by themselves, we call them constants, to the right side. If a number is multiplied to a variable, then divide both sides of that equation by that number. If the variable is divided by a number, then multiply that number to both sides of the equation. If after doing all of that, if the variable is isolated, that is, if the variable is by itself, then you have the solution. Let's see how that works out. So here we have x on the left side. That's good. I want to get the 5 to the right side. To do that, since it's x plus 5, the only way to get 5 on the right side is to subtract 5 on both sides. Obviously that cancels out, so we have left x is equal to 10. It's a 5 there, not a 15. Please excuse me, I'm sorry. We subtracted 5 on both sides. So I think you just enter the number. They may want you to enter x equal to 10 or 10 maybe, I don't know. Since I'm not in that mode in Plato, I'm just going to put x equal to 10. Can't go wrong with that. LeBron James. So here, this is w plus 7. So I'm going to subtract 7 on both sides. Why do we do that? Algebra is the key to algebra is opposites. So if something is added to solve, you subtract. If something is multiplied, you divide. If something is divided, you multiply. This is w plus 7 minus 7 is equal to 13 minus 7. So you get w is equal to 6. This is 1 times y. That's y is equal to 14. You're done. Oh, this is 3 times here. Three times a is equal to 18. 3 times a, if it's a number multiplied to a variable, my instructions say divide both sides by that number. That's how we're going to cancel out the 3 from the left side. Then I have left a is equal to 6. Okay. If you have a variable divided by a number, you say, well, where is it divided? Well, this is actually a over 2 is equal to 7. Right? 1/2 times 2, a is 1 times a, which is a divided by 2. So if I have a variable divided by, I don't like that a variable divided by a number, then to get the variable by itself, or to isolate it, I'm going to multiply both sides by that number. So this is 2 times a over 2 is equal to 2 times 7. You can look at this 2 here as being 2 over 1, if you will. Well, it's 2 divided by 2 cancels. That's the whole idea, to cancel the 2 on the left side. So I have a divided by 1, which is just a is equal to 14. And it should make sense. You know, a is 14. Well, obviously 14 divided by 2 is 7. Again, the same idea. This is b over 4 is equal to negative 4. So b divided by 4, I'm going to multiply both sides by this 4. 4 times, you can write this like this if you want, is equal to 4 times negative 4. Well, this is 4 divided by 4. It cancels out. You have left just that b there, so that's what you write. This is b is equal to positive divided by, I'm sorry, positive times the negative is negative. 4 times 4 is 16. So b is equal to 16. Negative 16. Did you catch that? Thank you. You all are so smart. So now we got a couple of things going on. We have a 4 added, and then we have a w divided by 4 there, right? This is 1 times w is w divided by 4. So the goal is to leave this w on the left side. To do that, two things I want to do. One, get rid of this 4, and then 2, get rid of that 1 over 4 there. To do that, we're going to subtract this 4 on both sides. It's 4 added, so I subtract. This 4 is divided, so when I get to step number 2, I'm going to multiply everything by 4. So this is 4 minus 4 plus 1 over 4 times w is equal to 4 plus 6. I'm subtracting 4 on both sides. And oh my goodness, that's not right. Okay. This is 6 minus 4. This was a 4 here. I need to subtract it, do its opposite operation to get rid of the 4 on the left side. So that cancels. I have left over here 1 over 4 times w is equal to 2. Now you can think about this as being w over 4. That's what that means. It's equal to 2. Come over here. So to get the w by itself, this is w divided by 4. So I'm going to do the opposite operation. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. So 4 divided by 4 cancels out there. That's the goal. I have left a w is equal to 8. That's the answer. And you can always check your work to see if 8 is indeed w. So this was 4 plus 1 over 4 times w. That's 8. Let's see. This is 4 plus, this is 1/4 times 8. That's 8 divided by 4. That's just 2. That's equal to 6. Is that what the problem was up there? Yeah. Everything checks out. The answer is w equal to 8. Okay. All right, one just like it. So I should leave this for you and just give you the answer, but I got to work it out myself because I didn't work it out ahead of time. Let's see if we can look at it and get the strategy. So if you can map it out in your head, you got it. Not the answer, but what to do. This is a plus 3, so I'm going to subtract 3 on both sides. That's the first thing. Second thing, after you do that, this is x divided by 5. I'm going to multiply everything by 5, both sides by 5. Right? So this is 3 minus 3 plus 1 over 5x is equal to negative 1 minus 3. Well, the 3's cancel out on the left. That's the goal. I'm trying to get rid of 3. So if you're trying to get rid of 3, you don't get rid of 3. Uh-oh, right? So this is 1 over 5 times x. W was the last problem. There's no more w. X is equal to negative 1. Look, this is negative 1 plus a negative 3, right? Two numbers that I'm adding with the same sign. I add the positive values. If they have the same sign, I keep the common sign, negative 4. So now this is, what is this? This is x over 5 is equal to negative 4. So since it's x divided by a number, I'm going to multiply that number to both sides of the equation. Again, you can look at this as being 5 over 1, right? So 5 divided by 5 cancels. I have left an x over here is equal to, that's negative 20, right? So x equal to negative 20. All right. So what about this one? So I want to get the x by itself. First, I have to get rid of this 5. It's plus 5, so I'm going to subtract both sides by 5. Well, that leaves us 2x is equal to negative 12. Now, this is 2 times x is equal to negative 12. It's 2 times x. I want to get x by itself. It's 2 times. I'm going to divide 2 on both sides. 2 times x divided by 2. Well, that'll get rid of the 2 on the left side is equal to negative 12 divided by 2. Why do we do the same thing to each side? You want to balance the equation, balance the sides, right? So you have a scale. You want the scale to be equal on both sides. Don't need that. This is x is equal to negative divided by positive is negative. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Here x is equal to negative 6. And then the last one, oh man, that's good stuff. So again, you want to get the variables on the left side and get the numbers by themselves on the right side. So somehow this 8b has to come over here, and somehow that negative 9 has to go over there. So to do that, let's see, this is negative 9, so I'm going to do its opposite. I'm going to add 9 to both sides. So when you do that, the minus 9 plus 9 cancels out. I have left over here 7b. That's equal to 8b. And then take basically 7 from 9. I have left a plus 2, right? Negative 7 and positive 9, they have opposite signs. You subtract, you get 2. The number with the large absolute value, its sign is affixed to the answer. Well, 9 is bigger than negative 7, or that 9 is bigger than a 7. So 9 here is positive, so that this part here is plus 2. So now I need to get the, what's it? You got to get the 8b on the opposite side. So it's positive 8b, so I'm going to subtract Aunt B and Andy on both sides. When you do that, well, the whole goal was to cancel out 8b on the right side so that it ends up on the left side. So this is 7b minus 8b. That's negative 1 times b is equal to 2, right? 7 minus 8 is negative 1. 8 minus 7 is 1, so 7 minus 8 can't be 1. 7 minus 8 is negative 1. When you subtract them, they have different signs. Subtract, you get 1. The number with the large absolute value, its sign is affixed to the answer, negative. So b is not isolated because it's multiplied times a negative. So this is negative b over negative 1. You know, negative 1 times b is the same thing as negative b. I have to divide both sides by negative 1. Yes. So the negatives on the left side cancel out. I mean, that's the whole goal, because I want to have left b is equal to positive divided by negative is positive. Excuse me, positive divided by negative is negative. This is negative 2. So b is equal to negative 2. You know, with those signs, positive times positive is positive. Positive times negative is negative. Negative times positive. My pen is acting crazy. This is equal to negative. And what are we missing? Negative times negative is positive. And the same thing happens for division as well. So positive divided by positive is positive. Positive times, oh, sorry, positive divided by negative is negative. Negative divided by positive is negative. And negative divided by negative is positive. For multiplying sign numbers and dividing sign numbers, the results are the same. Now where do you go with that? Well, check this out. If the signs are the same, you always get positive. Positive, positive, positive. Negative, negative, positive. If the signs are different, you always get negative. Just keep that in your head. Positive divided by negative is negative. Negative divided by positive is negative. So in dividing or in multiplying, if they are different signs, then the result is always negative. If they're the same signs, the result is always positive. Okay? Well, I hope that helps. God bless you.